So hi and welcome back to Wellbeing Performance. I'm Alex and I'm here to share with you 6 tips to help you if you're currently lacking motivation whilst you're in confinement and quarantine during the coronavirus outbreak. So I've been speaking to quite a few people recently and I've learned that a lot of people have obviously lots of time on their hands aside from work, and so it feels like a good time to play around with hobbies and learn new things. And while that's helping momentarily, day to day they're still feeling lower and more down as the time progresses. So you might be starting to feel more friction with the people that you live with, maybe even having full-blown arguments with family, loved ones or housemates. And you might be really starting to feel quite angry with the situation because really this is all out of our control and we're not sure how long it's going to last for. So if this is sounding familiar, you're really honestly not alone, of course, because we're all in this together, this really tricky situation. But there are things you can do to alleviate these kind of stresses that you're starting to feel. This might be a new situation we're in, but it doesn't mean it has to be a bad one. We're just not really used to it yet, and how to make the most of it and how to protect our mental health in the current situation. So I have 6 ways that you can start to take that pressure off and even make the most of the situation you're in. So number 1, this is around sharing more love. So I recommend this to most of the clients I work with. A lot of us don't understand what we need, let alone what somebody else needs, in order to feel happy and to feel loved. So there's a really simple quiz you can do. You might have heard of the love languages. This is a theory that's been going for a long time, and every client I work with gains benefit from applying this to their day-to-day life. So you go in, you do this quick assessment, you discover how you feel love, how you receive love, how you're able to share love, and then you also get your family members or friends to do it, and you see how you all communicate. Now the thing with this is you might not have realised how you were withholding affection from somebody because you didn't realise how they interpret your behaviours. Understanding how you and your loved ones use these love languages is key to feeling loved, feeling safe, feeling happy whilst you're in close proximity. So please try that one, it's a really quick fix. Then, of course, it's really important to be gaining a sense of mastery, a feeling of accomplishment. So this is quite a lot easier when you're in a group setting and you have people to praise you and observe you and tell you how great you're doing at your job. But when you're on your own, you're going to need to be putting yourself in positions where you can see tangible results. You can see that you've achieved something day to day. And that's going to give you a boost in happy hormones each time you do it. So this can be something really simple like looking after your houseplants, growing a new plant from seed, cooking a meal, learning something new like a language or a hobby, or just improving in a skill relevant to work. Ideally take a break from work where possible, but get a work task done if that's relevant, okay? Now in line with this, point number 3 is that in the monotony of daily life in the same environment, it can be really easy to lose track of time and for time to slip away unless you have a solid routine or a solid goal. So doing the biggest task of the day first can be a really good way not to get caught up in procrastination. All right, so the recommendation is when you go to bed, decide what your biggest task the next day is, and then tell yourself you will do that before any other tasks tomorrow. Now, if you're saying this to yourself at night time in bed, it's highly likely you'll remember it as soon as you wake up, and that's what we want. But of course, also give yourself the backup of maybe writing it down, sticking it on the fridge, on the kettle, your bedside table, whatever. But make that be the focus of your day the next day. If you really struggle with it the next day, do take 10, 15-minute breaks if it's getting overwhelming. But the goal for the day should be to get that biggest, most important task done. Okay? And by completing that, you're going to be fueled with a sense of pride throughout the day. And that can really even boost the mood of your household as well if you're living with other people. All right. Now, number 4 is one that's easily done. This is talking to someone about your concerns. So if you're starting to feel a little bit weird and it's kind of creepy, well, when you're starting to feel uncomfortable living on your own, especially if you're living totally alone, it's really important to get in contact with people. They're calling this social distancing. That's not what it should be called. It should be called physical distancing, because we can still be social. You can go on Skype, you can call people, you can even sign up to a therapist, whether Skype or phone call, and just talk to somebody. Allow yourself to kind of verbalize your thoughts. You'll notice some things that are erroneous, that maybe you've been thinking too much and you've got confused about, but most of all, you'll get reassurance. When I've spoken to people so far, it's really been helpful for them to speak to other people, because it's reassuring to realize you're not alone in these feelings. And because we're all going through it, we can all give each other advice on how best to work with the situation we're in. Okay, so talk to people about your concerns. And number 5 is to drink. If you are watching Netflix, working from your laptop, working from bed, a lot of you, you might be forgetting to hydrate. Drinking water, drinking coffee, drinking tea is often a great way to socialise in the office, to escape, but at home it's much more relaxed and we can get more into procrastination as a break on the laptop instead of hydrating. But your mind is almost 80% water, so if you're not drinking, you are really making it a challenge for you to do your work day to day. You will not be thinking clearly, your cognitions will be slowed down, they'll be difficult. So do yourself a favour, make sure you're drinking between 1 and 2 litres of water per day, and if you're not, you might no longer feel thirsty, so you really have to make that conscious effort to drink, even if you've not got that feeling of thirst, okay? Now, number 6 is taking yourself on a break. So the pressures at home and all the monotony and all the same people saying the same things and frustrating you and everything, this can really bring us down. It's a lot, okay? But you can find ways to take breaks from this. Now, I personally am an advocate of kind of virtual reality, so watching something on your screen and putting your earphones in and really taking yourself away. I've put some links, I've put a link to another post in below, and you can follow that to find some examples. There's walking on a beach, there's walking through a forest, and so on. So you can just listen if you want, close your eyes and just remember places you've been and just let your mind relax. Just block out the sound of everyone in the house, block out the visuals of everyone in the house, as long as it's safe, and give yourself that mental break. And you'll be surprised how much that can ease your mind. You might want to do it for 10 minutes, 5 minutes can even help, or you can even treat yourself to half an hour or an hour and just let your mind relax and forget about the stresses that are going on right now. Okay, so I hope those 6 things help. As a recap, we have share more love, learn how to give love, gain a sense of mastery by doing something that you can see you've accomplished, do the biggest task for the day, eat your frog for the day as soon as possible, talk to people about your concerns, get that reassurance, drink lots of water, as much as you need, and take a break with virtual reality. Okay, so I hope those things help. And if you have any questions, just get in touch. You can send me a message. You can email me if you have my email. And you can comment and like. And if you think this will help anyone else, please do share it. Please do like it, because there are so many people telling me they are really getting extremely stressed right now. So my hope is that I can help as many of you as possible relieve that stress and, if possible, actually make the most of this situation we're in. Okay? So good luck, have a fantastic day, and I'll be in touch again soon.